from the perspective of, do you feel humbled learning all over again, trying to, get your boxing skills up to speed for this fight?
Wow, I'm so happy because the life is so special, and special for me because when I come to the gym every single day and I learn the different techniques and I look my friends, my partner training and little Nico training and coach Nico come to help me. My coach Doria trained me for many, many years and it come to help me. I feel comfortable and very lucky because every single day I saw something new on and I feel more happy and I try to enjoy every single moment I have with my team.
We've seen over the years with MMA fighters going into boxing. We saw Conor fought Floyd Mayweather. We saw Ben Askren fought Jake Paul. Now you're fighting, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Do you feel like you're representing MMA in the boxing ring?
No, definitely not. I just go to fight boxing because that's I talked to my coach Doria for many, many years, and for many, many years I talk about fight with Roy Jones Jr., but this has not happened. And I love boxing, and I go do this because I love, because it's a good challenge for my mind, for my body, and because I learn everything new and I'm so happy.
Silva, is there a fighter that you watch right now at the moment? A fighter that maybe you think you could take something from him, a professional boxer?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to name him? Maybe Canelo?
Now you have the different great fighters, and let's go see the future, because everything is possible.
Anderson, in MMA, your nickname is the Spider. Because we know YOLO. What's your nickname in boxing?
Spider?
Do you think you're going for the knockout or decision?
That's a hard question. I don't know.
We recently found out that Dana White, he blocked Georges St-Pierre from fighting Oscar De La Hoya in a boxing match. Are you aware of this?
Really?
Yeah.
I think it don't make sense, especially because George do a lot for the sport, especially for UFC. And why you hold the guy? Does not make sense,
Well, I was going to ask you, how grateful do you feel that you have this opportunity? You have one fight left on your UFC contract, and the UFC let you go. They released you, and that's the reason you're able to do this without having to ask permission. Georges St-Pierre is still under contract with the UFC. He's got a frozen contract. So how do you feel about that situation, and do you feel grateful that you don't have to ask permission and that you're out of that contract?
Wow. First of all, I think when you do your job, especially fight, and the level me and George do it, the people need your respect, and George working hard for make a lot of things for UFC, and no make sense Dana White hold Georges St-Pierre, I have my personal opinion about Dana, and I'm not anymore in UFC. I don't like to talk about UFC because everything I do inside UFC is done for me. I do my best. I put in my heart in the company, but now is the page in my life is done.
What do you feel, though, would be the difference between you and George that he wouldn't give the blessing for George to pursue his boxing?
George is a fighter. You can't hold the fighter. It's the same you take the lion in the jungle and put inside the cage. The lion will die. You can't do that. Nobody can do that. It not make sense. This is terrible, completely terrible.
Do you think he can compete with Oscar De La Hoya? And Oscar's been removed from the ring for about close to over 10 years. Do you think he could give Oscar a challenge at this point?
Of course. Listen, And boxing world is completely different from MMA. And Oscar De La Hoya and the many legends in this sport, the people need respect, you know. And that's I talk to my friends every single day. I working hard for respect this sport. I'm win or not, that's the next step, that's the next situation. But right now, I need you to respect the sport, training hard and do my best inside the ring, you know. And the people need to respect the legends, you know.
I know you said you didn't want to talk about the UFC chapter of your career, but just what do you think has to change in the UFC that maybe you would like to see change to maybe get that more respect for the fighter?
In
and whatnot?
UFC,
Just MMA, UFC in general.
I can't talk about that. I can't talk. Yeah, UFC is the page is done in my life, you know, and I'm happy because everything I do in UFC and the whole contract, everything is clean, and I don't have nothing for talking about UFC.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.